What is going on, everybody? Thank you much for I sound like Ricky Carmichael right now in the booth.
Starting.
That was a real soundbite. We're going to ask Daniel Blair about that. But what's going on, everybody? Dude. Thanks for joining us. It is Monday, February 21st. And, what a weekend. Some fun racing, exciting racing. I'm seeing a lot of people on here talk about how Sexton just completely derailed their picks, and I am one of them.
Well, Sexton and Stewart, but, I mean, that's the way she goes.
I made a meme about it.
Crazy.
Crazy. I literally, we'll talk more about this. I had, going into the last lap and a half, right before Sexton goes down, I had 4 picks correct. All Sexton had to do was just keep riding.
I swear for over 10 laps, I had 4 picks correct.
He goes down, and I get Anderson right. So he gave me Anderson, but then I got 30 more points because I had 3 riders off by 1 spot. So it was a salvageable 1-pick night, but I should have had 4 picks right. So
I think a lot of people should have had 4 picks right.
I even made a meme about it. I was so upset.
Stewart, though, crashing that late.
He gave me 5th place. I was like, cool.
I had him in 3rd. I looked like a genius.
Oh, my gosh. It was brutal. But anyway, remember why you want to play RMFantasySX.com go to there, yeah.
Ajax claims he had 6 right.
Really? The perfect score going?
That would hurt.
Oh, my goodness. Well, remember, if you are in the hunt we saw a little bit of a mix-up in the overall championship for the grand prizes. But remember, if you want to win weekly prizes, get your picks in early. Don't change them. But for those of you that are playing and you like the stats, you like to watch qualifying, that's all right.
Yeah. I changed mine after qualifying.
It's fun, though. Like, you watch qualifying, it makes you think about it a little bit more. Because if you don't have to change your picks, you don't think about it much. It's like you don't have a whole lot to look forward to.
Yeah.
But I commend those people that don't change their picks.
I don't know how you do that. I mean, even if I don't change them, I go look at them again.
Brad says Sexton got him 80. He got him 83 points going down.
See, that's the thing. Rough. You move 1 rider 1 spot, and points change huge.
Anyway,
Frozen Gumwad, though,
what?
Plays fantasy because he likes shouting at his TV. I think a lot of people
Absolutely. Do. That's why everyone does. And remember, we have some groups that are playing right now. We have the Trainee X group. We have the Wacko Zacko 16, the RMFantasy SXperts group. But those groups with Zacko and Trey, we're going to be closing those out in here in a few rounds.
Okay.
So if they haven't joined, though, I'm just saying, a little past halfway, you got to close it off at some point, right?
I think, whenever, as long as you give notice.
Yeah, we'll give notice, but just know, get in and join those groups to have your chance to win those signed jerseys. So,
I'm pissed at Backtrack Bob's leading the Trey group, trying to steal my jersey.
But anyway, we got Daniel Blair calling in later. Give his thoughts on the racing.
We'll hear from him. He'll know what's going on.
All right. Well, look, before we do that, though, let's talk about the results. We had Anderson. He takes 3rd win of the year. He just won back-to-back rounds. Webb, Muscan, Stewart, Barsh another top 5, and then wild card Roczen.
Dude.
What was the stats? Let's talk about
hold
stats.
On. You got to bring up who won the CC jersey.
It was...
Frozen Gumwad's bringing up. It's Jones 7207.
Okay.
So 110 points and Looks like there was a tie up there, too. So Timestamp did get him that jersey along with the MSR gear set.
But, hey, our meme contest winner that we also picked, so the winner that Craig picked, he has a Joy Savacci signed jersey on the way.
Oh, that's
so
sweet.
We've got some good prizes to give away even to those people. So
it pays to play.
It does. I don't have any giveaways lined up for memes for today, but that doesn't mean you stop submitting those because we're going to be showing some today. It is still hands down one of our favorite things. Ooh, 30-60 right there. All right. Well, look, let's throw up the lap chart and let's talk about this for a second here.
Yep. Dr. JB coming in.
Thank you, sir. And what crushes me the most is just that dip in line right there. However, not many people, maybe they are. Tomac's ride was impressive.
Yeah.
I mean,
I didn't think he'd get that far up.
No. When he went down, and we'll ask Blair this, I was thinking, here comes that bad night for Tomac. We're talking like a 12th or 11th at best right now. Works his way all the way up to 6th.
And, of course, it has to be his own teammate that does it.
I know. That's such a bummer. But he worked his way all the way to 6th. And other than Sexton was the only gimme.
And Stewart.
No, because he stayed ahead of Tomac when he got up.
Yeah.
So Sexton was really the only gimme there, and Tomac passed all those guys up to 6th place. Like, that is impressive.
I did not think he would do that. But look at Roczen, dude. Way too comfortable in like a 7th, 8th place.
Just hung out, and then kind of, I guess he went down, I heard, maybe something like that towards the very end. I'm not quite sure, but he definitely dropped, 3 spots right there towards the very end. So, yeah, I don't know. Kenny's doing what Kenny's doing, and I don't think people know what to think of it other than he's just not a top 5 guy right now.
No, there's something going on, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Interesting. Not good for our guys.
I know. Yeah, our guys, let's see, McElrath and Anstey, looks like they both went down. McElrath went back to the pits, and then you saw Anstey on the side of the track later on, so rough night for those boys.
A little bit more info on Anstey.
Yeah.
Sound like he's in the hospital still.
Let's talk about stats.
Okay. Player stats?
Yeah, player stats. What do we got here?
Okay, average score, 36.49, so it was actually about an average week, honestly, as crazy as it was.
Well, Anderson won. He's probably, give you some points. Him and Tomac are the number 1 pick riders to win.
And Roczen was the top picked wild card, so people
was he really?
There. Yeah, that's crazy to me.
Wow.
I'll get into it here. Still no perfect scores. Longest drought since 2019 where we didn't have any for the first 9 rounds.
Well, when Webb just decides to show up finally, that's going to ruin some people.
Not a lot of people had him there. I mean, 25.3% did get 2 picks correct, but look how far it drops to 3. Only 5% had at least 3 picks correct. So
wow.
2 was like the sweet spot. Only 5 people of the entire game had the top 5 riders in their top 5 in some type of order. So crazy week. Taking out all rollover picks this week, Roczen was the most picked wild card, 22%. I didn't even think it'd be close to that.
Yeah.
I thought AP would be the top guy, someone like that maybe, but Roxon's taking it. First place pick breakdown. 48% had Tomac, Anderson at 28%. Sexton at 17%, and Ferrandis, even qualifying fastest, only pulled in 2% of the vote. Just surprising. Only 7% of players had Anderson off their podium, so they're getting confident in him.
Yep.
Sexton was in 82% of players' top 5 picks, so that burned. 28% had him in 3rd. That's where he's getting picked the most. But look at Stewart, dude. Only picked by 0.25% to win. But he was the 4th most picked rider, so 24% are putting him in 4th, 25% putting him in 5th, but he keeps doing better than that. Only 11% had him on the podium where he was running before he tucked the front end.
Okay.
Then Ferrandis, even fastest rider, only 42% picked him in their top 5, and his most picked position was 4th. Marvin, dude, if you need points, this is your guy.
I know.
Aquatic knows.
I put him in there. I had him in Webb.
I had him in 5th. He was one of them that capitalized. I would have had right. But he's getting top 5s every week, and only 36% of players are picking him.
It's kind of interesting, though. Dylan Ferrandis was super fast, but even after he didn't go down, he gets 10th. Tomac goes past him and gets 6th. So
it's crazy.
Again, Tomac was on the gas.
Barsha, though, most picked in 5th, where he finished, so the people got points there.
For that.
And this one with Webb is interesting, dude. Only 27% had Webb in their top 5. And only 8% had him on their podium. You were one of them. That's crazy.
I feel good about that.
It worked. His most picked position this round was the wild card.
Wow.
18%.
Yeah, so screwed a lot of people.
And Roczen only bringing in 3% of the top 5. So
jeez.
Do with those stats what you will.
I think Marv is kind of the surprise. I think Marv's kind of replaced Kenny for me.
Solid. Him and Malcolm, really.
Yeah, Marv is like a top 5 guy right now. It's Malcolm is. You've got your top 5 guys. You've got Tomac, Anderson, Sexton, Marv, and Mookie.
Yeah.
I feel like
Barsh is in there now.
Barsh is there, but I feel like Webb made improvements. He wasn't the Webb that we saw last year. He still had the lead. The Webb that won 2 titles does not lose that race. He stays out front. And he stays up there. But he got passed by Sexton. He got passed by Anderson.
Yeah.
He was probably going to get passed by Mookie, or Mookie was right on his tail. So he's still
I feel
not
a lot better.
Quite.
I feel a lot better about him now, for sure. I mean, what is he? 25 points back of the championship. That's not as bad as I would have thought it was.
It's still a race, basically. It's not – he just – yeah.
We saw what could happen, though, with Tomac or anyone, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, he made up big points this week.
Thing is, though, dude, if Webb goes down like Tomac did, Webb's not getting 6th place.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
And it's pending Anderson and Tomac kind of have to blow it at this point for Webb to win the title.
Kind of.
If it was one guy up ahead of Webb, if it was like first place is there, Webb's 25 back of that one rider, maybe. But when you've got 2 guys that are riding that good, that's going to be really, really tough to overcome.
Yeah. Championship, maybe not talk about that for a minute. But, I mean, he is only
but for
2
fantasy,
points out of 4, 3 points out of 30.
Yeah.
Check out the poll, though. We did, is the Webb wagon back on track? And 82% are saying no, not yet.
Thank you. Yeah. I said no, not yet.
I felt a lot better.
I bet Blair's on the wagon because he loves Cooper Webb.
I love Coop, too.
All right. Well, hey, look at the overall leaderboard. Brop 1996 still holding it down.
We're still waiting to hear from you.
First
What's
place.
the secret?
And then we got 2nd and 3rd place are new. So we got KJ Rose, if you pronounce that right, 911 at 421. And then you've got SH Jordan 23 at 420. So, look at the overall leaderboard. They are killing it. But I feel like if you're Brop 1996 here, you got to be feeling pretty good when you're staying at the top of the leaderboard that long. Okay.
It could be good. It could be bad. I mean, once them rounds start dropping, it's a whole different story.
All right. So, let's see. Talking points, Anstie, he's injured. Don't know what's going to be with him. Don't know what's up with McElrath. So be sure, we'll give updates on Thursday and, as we go along on race day with our Twitter and all that stuff. So be paying attention to that. Are you ready for some highlights, though? Get some highlights in here. And then, or should we call Daniel Blair first?
It's up to you, dude.
Let's call Blair here because the highlights, we got a few of them. So let's get Blair on the phone real quick.
I'm looking, though. The actual leader of the game is averaging 62 points a round.
Okay.
Yo, bro.
Daniel Blair.
What's up?
What's going on, man? Say hello to the Fantasy Nation who is watching this show live right now.
Hello, Fantasy Nation that's watching the show live right now. Hello.
Hey, so first question. We have a soundbite from Ricky, your co-host from this last weekend. We're going to play it right now.
Starting.
I've got to imagine there was some laughing going on or something when he did that.
I didn't even catch it. It was kind of blurry. What was it?
He was trying to spit out the short start straight, and he just could not say it. And a lot of people are talking about it.
I haven't watched the broadcast back yet. I actually just caught the intro on my phone before I got on my flight yesterday. So, dude, I'll be honest with you. Once the show goes live, it's a 3-hour blur, so I'm not exactly sure. I don't remember what you're talking about.
I'll send you a timestamp. I'll send you a timestamp to it so you get what we're talking about.
I don't think people understand how hard that is to do, and you're live and so much going on.
Oh, yeah.
I give him the benefit of the doubt on that one, but it is funny.
It is funny, though. But, hey, man, quick question for you right off the bat. Cooper Webb, are you on board with, he made improvements this weekend, got a 2nd place. You could say he was gifted a little bit with Sexton going down, but after what you saw, do you think that's enough to say he's back solid top 5 guy, or do you feel like he's still got a little bit of work to do?
No. That top 5 guy for sure, and maybe more. So the way I look at Webb is obviously something's been going on. There's a combination of things going on, but for him to be able to do what he did, get up front, fight back, be there late, a couple guys he beat, kind of gave him a little gift, whatever. I guarantee you, is going home this week pretty motivated, a little more confident, I'll bet he grinds it out pretty hard, and then you put him on a Triple Crown format in a building that he's been pretty good in.
Mm-hmm.
I think he swept there last year, but I'm not sure. I think he swept all 3 races we had. We were there for residency. I think he won them all. So I'll say better than a top 5 guy. I would, as a lock, top 5, but probably a little more this weekend, if I'm being honest.
Do you think the Webb from last year, the title winner, wins that race, though, if he's at Coop's level? Or do you think Sexton and these guys just have a little bit for him this year?
Actually, I'm glad you brought that up because there's a lot of emphasis right now on Coop's struggles. Oh, this, that, this. But we never give credit to the guys on the track who are also elevated. Tomac looks better than ever. Anderson looks better than ever. Sexton looks better than a year ago. Malcolm looks better than ever. So as much as Cooper may be having some issues, the rest of the field has elevated.
Yeah.
So it's a combination of a lot of storms here. But I would say in his full championship form, he fights him off. I bet he wins Saturday night. But the fact that he was pretty close tells me that he's a little closer than we all think.
Right.
And you go into a Triple Crown format, I would honestly say look out this weekend for him to possibly get a win.
I just looked it up. Yeah, he won all 3. Yeah. Didn't start worse than second. Led 59 laps there last round. Last year.
I would say I would feel comfortable putting him on the podium this weekend, and don't be shocked if it's better than that because I think the format is a good combination with probably how he feels today. And yeah, I would say he'll be pretty damn good when we get to Arlington. That's my guess.
Okay. I agree. I'm on the. I think Webb, after he got that one finish he needed, he's like, okay, and now it's put him in your top 5. I don't think he finishes. We're not going to see. I don't believe the Webb that we've been seeing. He's got a little bit of work to do, obviously, to win because yes, these guys are on it. Hopefully, have you heard his Sexton? I know he's banged up. He was really pissed off about what happened, but he's not injured. Have you heard anything about that?
I texted him Saturday night after the races. And I kind of poked around to see how he was feeling, and the only thing he would respond is how pissed he was and how mad he is and how he hates. I mean, it was a lot of angst, but none of it had to do with like his body. So he never really took the bait on like, "Are you okay?" It was more like, "No, I'm so mad," and I'm like, "Yeah, but are you okay?" "No, I'm pissed." I'm like, "All right, bro, we'll see you Saturday." Like he was not taking the bait at all on my question. So I think he's fine. Probably just furious, which. I mean, he should be. I don't really know what happened there. I was even talking about it on my podcast. I don't know what the teaching moment is on that. That was just the weirdest washout crap ever.
Like a freak.
The only thing I can think of is maybe he lightened up mentally because he knew he was closing it down, or maybe that's as far as I'll go. But that was the weirdest crash. One of the weirder ones I've seen all year.
But it was gnarly. He landed on the table. Like he went 15 feet. Like it was much more violent than you'd think it would have been. You know what I mean? But
I'm surprised we haven't seen somebody out there with some meme skills do some kind of a roundhouse karate kick thing. Because if you look at the way his body went, dude, it was like the weirdest look ever. The way he flipped. So I'm just surprised we don't have like some Karate Kid type stuff coming out right now with him flipping through the air, roundhousing because it was odd looking.
It's
question.
just too soon. Too soon.
Yeah. Well, what about, hey, do you think Mookie can win one of these things? I mean, is he a whole shot away? He's got to be thinking, I've got to win one, right?
I'm thinking based off of Glendale's Triple Crown, based on the way he's been riding, based on the way, we have another Triple Crown coming. I think one is coming. And again, I'm being way too positive here. I know you guys probably don't like this, but throw him in there this weekend as a guy that I won't be surprised if he wins. I could see a Malcolm Stewart win, and I could see a Cooper Webb win this weekend just because there's a lot of variables that point to them feeling it coming in. So, not saying he's gonna, but if he does, don't be shocked. It's set up for him pretty well.
Hey, they called me crazy for putting him in third last week, and he almost landed there.
Yeah.
So I don't see him going backwards.
Well, hold on. Where does he end up? Because the truth is he had just made his way into third. He wasn't that far behind Anderson, who was definitely looking around at the end, kind of had himself a weird night, even though he won. It was definitely odd.
I think he catches Anderson in that if he stays up.
He's passed him before this year already.
Okay, but then if he does, then he wins because Sexton goes down. So
True.
Malcolm was there was a scenario where he could have won Saturday night. He could have won Saturday night.
Fair to say. Awesome. Well, what about Tomac and Anderson? Do you think it's is there any possible way you can even pick a favorite at this point when they're only 3 points separated?
Well, I can't. I'm at 50-50, and here's why. Anderson, if you take away Anaheim 1, the issue with Barsha, and you take away the smoking bike, he's got a double-digit points lead right now. So that makes me lean Anderson.
Right.
But also, Anderson's been squirrely this year. Like, as good as it's looked, he's had a couple big scares. So I don't know if I trust him all the way because, dude, he's sending it so hard this year.
Yeah.
Where Eli looks a little bit more comfortable at that speed. So as much as I want to give Anderson a little bit, I want to lean that way because I think mathematically he should be up 10. He scares me, man, because he is on the edge of the track. I mean, his heat races have been wild this year.
His heat races.
So I'm at 50-50.
He crashed last week in qualifying, right? In the sand section, he tried to do that big quad or something and cased it. He crashed twice in qualifying this last weekend. So he's hit the deck a lot this year.
It's not really shaking him. That's what I like.
Yeah.
And that's a good and a bad thing. It shows that he's pushing the limit. And he's recovering from it by the main event because all those issues are coming early in the day.
Yeah.
So that's a good sign. The bad sign is, though, I feel like he is playing with fire a little bit because it's been loose. He's had a couple moments where Eli hasn't. But Eli, you got to pin what happened to him this weekend on him. I mean, everyone's like, bad luck. Well,
didn't get a start.
When you come around in 12th and you're back in the mess, that's when you're in the mess. So. Yeah. I mean, him putting himself back there is why it happened, and he has to take the blame for that and get his starts figured out quick because you start goofing around in 12th again on the first lap, you're going to have a couple of those. It's just inevitable.
But when you saw Tomac go down early in the race like that, and he's literally last, did you think there was any way he was going to make it up to 6th place? I didn't.
And I did. You never know how the race is going to play out, but all the good guys were up front, so I'm thinking no. And then I'm watching him the whole race. We got the 2-box going on, so I'm kind of managing the lead, but I'm also kind of managing him. And I'm like, okay, he's going to get into the top 10. We're looking like a 8, 9, 10 here. But then he just, the help came. Kenny fell. Chase's big crash, so he had a little bit of help. But honestly, that was not a 6th place finish. That was an 8 or 9 on the board, in my opinion. So the help helped him. He still rode a great race, but man, it could have been a lot worse for him. And could have been a lot better. I mean, hey, if he would have had a good start and been out of that mess, he's on the podium, and we're not really as excited as we are maybe right now. Because it's 3 points, and that's fun.
Yeah, I'm definitely happy about that.
All right. Well, hey, I know we don't talk about 250s with fantasy though, but what stuck out to you the most about the 250 class in the main there?
Jett Lawrence cruising around out front.
He makes it look so easy.
The problem is sometimes you're like, they make it look easy, and then for some people it just is. And for the competition and for the people out there that are, because there's people that are running out of love for the hype, but
sure,
you can't. Your eyeballs don't lie. I mean, I think as far as from a skill standpoint, I think he's the most skilled Supercross rider on the planet right now in both classes as far as pure skill. And now all of a sudden he's maturing and he's patient. Like, good God. Like, they're in serious trouble here. I mean, he looked like he was playing around all day and then got in a second, opened the lead, and then goofed around and then went on the podium, set a lot of respect. But I think internally he knows that he wasn't even shifting gears. I think he was cruising, and that doesn't mean that outside variables can't interfere here, but I truly don't see anyone beating him straight up. I just don't, because I don't think anyone's skill-wise. I really don't.
What about Craig? And when we get to a showdown, if they start 1 and 2, who's your money on right now?
On Jett, because he'll be in management mode. I mean, he's got a championship sitting in front of him. There's no need to beat Jett.
Good point.
And as much as I think he would love to, but at the same time, like, why would you go at Atlanta Motor Speedway and go chasing that carrot around when you have a title like sitting in front of you? All you have to do is manage the 250 West, which is a bunch of guys that he's a lot better than. So, unfortunately, I don't think we see the fireworks at the showdown between the 1 West versus the 1 East, because I think the 1 West is going to just, I mean, he'll manage his way through it all. Maybe at Salt Lake he throws down if he's clinched it, but and you got to remember too, whoops are the big variable with Craig. You put some big long whoops out there, that changes the game. But You throw Christian Craig on that Minneapolis track, and I don't think he's beating Jett. I really don't. I don't think anybody is in the 250 class. I truly think, as I've said and been ridiculed for, he's a generational talent. You don't see this often. And now all of a sudden he's mature. So have fun, everybody.
Fair enough. All right. Well, hey, last question. We got some people asking about Ken Roczen on here. Do you think he retires, or if he does race next year, do you see him staying with Honda?
This is a hunch, because the two riders right now with the most drama in their pits, which would be Ken Roczen and Cooper Webb, happen to be the two places where the information is closed down the tightest. Mm-hmm. So, it's hard to get anything out of those trucks right now. But just my feeling is there's a part of him that's going to explore the idea of going elsewhere, because he sees Eli Tomac and Jason Anderson and the success that they've found by leaving. Mm-hmm. But I think that if those avenues dry up, which I think they will, mostly because of the Red Bull Monster Rockstar issues, where it's really hard for those guys to get out of those, I don't see him staying at Honda, and I don't see him going to KTM. So if it's me, if I'm betting money, I'd say 65% retire, 35% something magical happens and he ends up somewhere else. That's just my guess, and that's purely based on reading from the outside, because there is no information coming from within. They're tightened up right now.
All right. Well, help the fantasy players out, Dan. You know how it goes. We always put you on the spot this weekend coming up in Dallas. Give us your podium. Are you on the web wagon right now?
Okay, so I'm on the web wagon and the Stewart wagon. I don't know if I'm going to put them in first. I'm going to put them both on the podium. Now I got to decide between Anderson and Tomac. And I don't like those either for reasons. I'm gonna go loose right now. This is uneducated. This is pure emotion. I'm gonna go Sexton rebounds with a lot of anger.
Okay.
Let's go Sexton, Stewart, Webb to make it fun and keep the two guys up top podium. But if I'm putting money down, I'm putting Anderson and Tomac on there somewhere. But I just don't like that. I want it to be weird. So I'm gonna go with three guys that aren't in the title fight.
Okay.
Sexton, Stewart, Webb.
Whoa, hold on to it.
All right, I like it.
Hey, hold on. I heard that, and that was Ricky.
I
heard that one.
No, we got some good ones.
Hold on.
I love Ricky.
Was that the Faulkner one? Was that the Faulkner?
Yeah.
Oh, good ear. We also
I knew that one.
AC said that the Supercross is crazy. He had a little Spanish accent going on.
Supercross is crazy.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
I don't like you guys clipping stuff like that, dude. You better... Well, you want me back on the show, you better be careful.
Keep it clean, all right? Hey, I sent you some of those memes we had, and how good were those?
That's fine, but you don't abuse a bad sentence from me on the broadcast, because trust me, I'll block your number quick, Chase.
Well, hey, you've kept it clean so far, so we have nothing to take. So you made it.
I'm just listening to this over here. I'm chilling.
Speaking of that, how many rounds are you doing in the booth still? Everyone's asking how much longer you can be in there. Do a good job.
That was the last one this last weekend.
Oh, was it? Dang.
People are bummed because we've had a lot of people say that they should keep you in the booth, and I agree. I really like the dynamic of you and Ricky, just because you both have so much experience, and when you guys both talk, you talk from actually racing Supercross. I think AC on the floor does an incredible job.
Yeah. I like all the past riders in there, too.
I think this weekend with you, RC, and AC on the floor, to me, that was a perfect combo. I loved it.
Well, I agree that I would love to be in there for the rest of the year, but for a different reason, guys, and I'll be a little transparent here, but about double the pay and about half the work. So I wish I was still in there, too, but now it was always going to be 4. Hopefully the fans don't get all weird online. Todd Harris is coming in this week. I love Todd Harris so much. He's a mentor to me, and he is absolutely one of the best people I've ever met in this business. And but no, it was always going to be 4, and so I'm back to my role on Race Day Live and back to the floor and the press conference. And then hopefully the job I did, turns into more. That was always my hope, and I think I did well enough to deserve that, and I think I'll have a good shot at that maybe next year.
Sweet. All right. Well, hey, man, we appreciate you for taking the time out of your busy Monday to call in. The Fantasy Nation also says thank you. Mm-hmm. And we will see you, sir, on Race Day Live this weekend in Dallas.
Sounds good. See you guys.
All right. I'll see you.
Bye.
So he's on board with Webb. I agree.
Fantasy's flip-flop now. It's not – the hardest part isn't picking your top 5. It's who do you leave out. He leaves out Stewart, Muscan. He left out Barsha.
I know.
That's the hard part now.
This Triple Crown, I feel like, is going to be tough. But, hey, last time, it's Triple Crown, right?
It's Triple Crown. Go look at that track map. The start is huge.
We'll talk about that. Hey, last time we had a long start straight, you know who ripped off 2-hole shots? Eli Tomac. Yep. All right, well, look, let's get into race highlights. We got to do these. 250s first. Max Volan saves it. Do you guys see this? Watch him come to his turn. Pretty surprised he stayed up right there, to be honest with you.
That one looked like it was going to end bad.
Pierce Brown, local Utah native.
Mm-hmm. Killed it in the heat.
Yeah, crushing it, getting his first heat race win. He was crushing it. I think he got 6th in the main, not the best, but that's a good starting point. So has somebody made a meme out of this yet? So Mitch Oldenburg.
What was going on?
I don't know. How do you not know your bike's not going to start? You know why? They're not allowed to start them inside the stadium, I don't think.
Yeah, maybe.
So they probably couldn't start the bike until they got to the line.
There's electric, the future, bro.
Oh, my gosh.
It's looking good.
But look at Oldenburg when he's just standing.
Yeah, he looks
so
like
mad right now.
So we actually do have a meme that someone made with
one?
this. Yeah, so we'll get into that next.
Okay. Oh, I just felt gutted for the guy, though, because then he goes to LCQ, has last gate pick, and he missed the LCQ by 2 spots.
I'm not laughing at him. I was laughing at this situation because that sucks. Because then, you get a bad start in LCQ, and all of a sudden, because of that, you're not even in the main.
Yeah, so
horrible.
Faulkner had a wild ride, and right here.
Oh, dude, his face bounced off the bars.
Pretty much. And then Nick.
Whoa, hold on to it.
I love it, dude.
RC is the king of what? Like just interrupting with just a loud yell.
He doesn't bother me. But I like Ricky.
So then Nicoletti gets around Faulkner, and then Faulkner, in my opinion, just kind of makes a boneheaded move because right there, not nobody, but very, very few guys were going outside. So if you're Faulkner, it's like, man, you can't do this. Like you're a title guy. I get it. It's Nicoletti, who's a great rider, but you're probably going to pass him. You just got to ease up there a little bit.
I like them both. I just wish I had a mic in Nicoletti's helmet at that point.
Oh, my God. You had
Probably things were said.
Oh, all right. Let's see. Now, moving on to, say, 450s here. So we talked about Ricky's malfunction when he talks about the start straight. AC sound drop, we got that. Tomac finally has a mishap. The first kind of miscue we've seen from him, but look at Plessinger, though.
Start, dude.
Yeah, but look at Plessinger. He does a nose manual.
Somebody kind of cut in on him. I'm not giving him all the blame.
I'm not. Tomac.
It looked like Webb or he got clipped from behind or something.
But, man, Tomac's lucky. I'm just saying that was not. Tomac could have done nothing there. I was glad to see AP still.
What's crazy
look how long he does this.
Who is that yellow bike behind him? That looked like he clipped AP.
Does Tomac second guess these practice starts or qualifying
that's the first thing I thought. I'm like, just let him go.
Well, yeah, I'd be curious to see if Eli Tomac actually does that gate drop next week with what just happened.
Yeah, well, you see
what
him
do you think, Josh?
You do it. Sometimes they stagger it. I would be going that
route. They don't stagger it.
No, they'll stagger themselves.
Yeah,
and just let go in waves.
Well, these guys are treating it like a main event now because they like to kind of get a feel of how things are.
I'm just really curious what got AP up on this front wheel like that. It's pretty crazy.
Maybe he caught somebody's wheel.
Was it Bogle that kind of hit into him and he kind of lost control?
I mean, he's grabbing a handful of front brake, but that's not going to make your back wheel just pop up really quickly like that.
It looks like
slow-mo.
The Suzuki
like right here.
him.
Maybe he just hit a little rock or something. That's all it took was to kick it up.
All I know is I didn't feel good about him holding his wrist after that.
Yeah, dude, how lucky was he that Webb stopped him from just going high side right there?
That could have been so bad, dude.
Oh, let's see here. What else we got? Freezy holds it down. You had this. Freeze.
Dude, look at him hold his own.
Yeah, of course he rips a whole shot.
Yeah, of course he does.
We had a meme about Freezy. And that's
we got a few.
I know. It's probably what every rider was thinking at this very moment.
Dude.
He didn't get a good start in the main, though.
No.
Malcolm quadding in, passing Freeze. That quad was sick.
Say what you will, though. He held Stewart off for a bit. He held off Webb, too.
He does what Freeze does. He's going to rip a start, and then he's going to drop back. You were freaking out about top 10.
Hey, he came close.
He got 12th, but, hey, 12th ain't 10th. That's all I'm saying.
It ain't 14th either.
Oh, my gosh. Did you see Anderson? Oh, this was when Barsha went down in the corner. So he got back up. Did you see when Anderson punted Freeze in the heat race? Anderson was just trying to make moves. But why is Freezy cutting down so hard right there?
Yeah, I don't know what was going on there.
Dudes are right behind you. Like, why would you cut down that hard? Like, look where he's at here.
It was weird.
He wasn't even in the inside rut.
Yeah, that was a weird one.
I don't know. Gosh, freaking Freezy. See, you had Wetland gives Harlan the boot while they're both in qualifying positions.
You're both in qualifying positions.
Oh, were they really?
Yeah. What are you doing here?
Nothing. It's just being stupid.
Right into our tough blocks.
Did you hear what they were talking about? I don't know. It's just.
I'm just saying you're in position.
Yeah, you can't be doing this.
You gotta know to just back her off.
If you're the guy that got booted off the track, you were upset about this.
Yeah, I wouldn't be happy about that one.
Oh, that's a bummer. So we talked about Tomac. He went down in the main. Look, it was his own teammate that just went crazy, got loose. Dude, Francis was doing that a lot, where he come out of those last whoops, literally on the back of the bike, doing a wheelie out of there, just getting loose.
For the fastest qualifier,
but hey, Blair said it. If you're going to start in 12th place, that's probably what's going to happen at some point.
Your chances of that happening definitely go up.
But look, I'm not stressed about it because Tomac has been consistent on his starts. That was out of probably last 5 or 6 gate drops, his worst start.
Yeah, it was.
Every racer at some point is going to get a bad start. So hopefully Tomac just kind of got that out of the way. Did you see Sexton come right here and case his quad?
Yeah, came up short.
Oh, my gosh.
That could have ended it right there.
A little bit more buck, and he's over that Rocky Mountain tough block right there. We're everywhere. That would make you pucker right there.
Tough blocks in the most dangerous part of the track every time.
Yes, they were Frozen Gumwad. They're always at it. Let's see here. Stewart Crash, he goes down, which gave me 5th place. I was not happy about it, but I wasn't mad about it.
Took away my 3rd.
Oh, yeah, maybe with AP. Maybe that was it. So who was it right here? Who said that? Jax? Oh, no. Frozen Gumwad said with the start device on AP, because they were coming off that little drop.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe if his start device was still locked down, because then when you grab the front brake, your fork can't compress, and all the bike wants to do is pop up in a wheelie.
That's a good point.
Good observation, sir.
See, that's what the nation's here for.
All right, what else we got here? Sections just bad crashed at the very end.
Dude, it looks like he hit an invisible wall to me.
Costed me 4 picks.
What is... I'm with Daniel. It didn't even make sense to me.
Well, now that Daniel said that, it looks like he's doing a roundhouse kick. That's all I can see now.
You can't meme anyone until you find out they're okay. It's just a rule.
The thing is, though.
Look at Anderson. Almost landed on him right after.
Yeah, right here. So check this out.
Ugh.
He kind of does this crazy. He just brake taps it to bring his back wheel up.
He
and
sees
barely
Sexton right there.
And
I want to hear Anderson's thoughts on that.
Yeah.
But
that was crazy.
There was 0 seconds on the clock when he crashed. Think about how much money he just threw away. That's probably $100,000.
Yeah, maybe. I'm just glad he's okay.
Yeah, no, I know, but
he'll come back.
He's fine. He's upset, and he's probably upset. One.
Do we get a shot of the wheel?
I don't know.
See the wheel.
Tomac has a bad night. He gets 6th, if you want to call it a bad night. So Sexton right there is gaining good points on Tomac. He's going to gain a few on Anderson, and he throws it away. So now he's out of the championship points chase. Loses all that money. That is a bum deal right there.
Yeah.
Oh,
dang, I should have. Maybe for Thursday I'll grab that.
It really did gut me to see that.
Dude, the wheel was you couldn't even push the bike. It was just rubbing on the forks. He bent the wheel so hard.
I know. What was surprising to me is when they were showing him trying to actually get back on the motorcycle to go.
Yeah, I think he was kind of seeing birdies at that point.
Well, I think that the guys were like, "Sure, go for it. Your front wheel is literally in half, so good luck with that."
Somebody said it was kind of like McAdoo trying to get back on his bike after that.
Oh my gosh! Let's see here though. All right, so those are all the highlights. You had the same picks as me, Chaz? I don't know. We'll see. Memes? Should we get to them? We haven't shown the memes.
For memes.
All right. Josh, let's get up some of our favorite memes.
All right, so you guys might not be able to see but it's things I hate and then making my picks based off the qualifying. And then the top 5 yeah.
All right. For it. What else we got up there? Vince Freeze, the internet made fun of me.
What?
There's a lot of Freeze ones.
Dude, leave the man alone. This one made me laugh way too hard.
That's his look at him in the pits afterwards.
I just think emus are funny.
AP seen a rut develop. That is pretty good.
Dude, what is going on with
this? This is me 100%.
How do we fix this?
I don't know.
I'm about to write a letter,
Peacock needs to just...
I paid the extra $5. Just show me the track, show me the stadium.
It's like when Apple slows down your phone without telling you.
Yeah, throttling it. What is going on? Dude, I'm heated over this.
I know. I'm not. I would rather just see the track in the background.
I'd rather see a black screen.
Those are Roczen fans. I haven't even seen this yet, and that is...
Dude, I don't want to talk because I don't know what's going on. He could have a health issue. I don't know.
Yeah. What does that say? Christian blocking.
Locking in Freezy for the wild card. Chase, wake up.
Hey, I did not pick him for the wild card. This week I might, though. We got 13th, though.
Okay, yeah.
This one was pretty good, too.
That dude.
What is going on with that design?
When Barsha comes on, and he is, I will ask him, does he just like his gear extra tight because people are taking notice?
He doesn't just like it. He loves it, it looks like.
Oh, my God.
I'm 80s, baby. You got to have a little bit of flex in there.
West Coast whoops, and then the East. That is pretty good. Faulkner on the podium in Minneapolis.
No, I didn't think he was bad. What was bad was McAdoo getting cut off like
I know. Faulkner
right before he went to
actually
thank
notice
everybody.
he touches the brim of his hat like 1,000 times.
You got to think their heart rate is so high up on that podium.
Webb getting a whole shot. My picks. Webb Muskin on the podium.
Hey, Muscan doing good.
Dude, he is. You can't.
Franken Beast.
Hey, this was mine. This was mine right here. What?
Brad, this chat is hilarious.
Franken Beans.
Bro, there's something about Mary.
Oh.
Dude.
And
First dates memes.
Oh, my gosh.
That's what.
Ethan, calm down. We're in communication. Ethan, it's okay. Ethan's just dying to have Breeze call into the show.
You need to hit
Here's
that
your
man.
Oldenburg meme, Chase.
When you forget something at home and it's your bike.
It's not a good thing to do.
Oh,
Poor
my gosh.
Oldenburg.
Gutted for that guy.
This one made me laugh. This is probably one of my favorites. 450 guys seeing Vince start the starting gate.
I'm in danger.
Whatever, dude. He kept it clean. He did good.
He did. Yeah, he kept it clean. And let's see. Travis is stoked his meme made it. Good boy. Hey, Ethan, come on now. Don't be like that.
Dude, we have Peacock Premium, Dr.
Yeah.
JB's. What is going on with that? Someone
don't
put
know.
us into touch with somebody that can fix that.
Precon Premium Plus, apparently. I don't know. I thought this is what I signed up for initially, but I guess it is what it is.
This one's yours as well, Chase.
I had it.
I like
It was so close.
Did you show the crying kid one?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed
If
this.
Mookie
That was pretty
hadn't
good.
and Sexton didn't and Plessner could have. See, yeah. But really, it was just Sexton.
Oh, that's
All right,
good.
well, look, thank you everyone so much for tuning in. That is the end of the memes. Remember, get your memes submitted for this week. The link to the Discord is in the description of this video. If you haven't yet, download the Discord app. You go to like Meme Generator, Meme Maker. You don't even have to pay for them.
It's easy to do.
You just make a meme and submit them. I make it. If I can do it, anyone can do it. It's that easy. But they're a blast. And so let's do this. Next Monday, we'll do another giveaway for best meme.
I like that.
That way it gives you a little extra motivation. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but
Dig up some swag.
next Monday we'll dig up some swag and hook you guys up. That being said, let's talk about weekly prizes that are up for grabs for this week. Here we go. First place, Shoei VFX Evo helmet. Second place, a Cherubies $400 spending spree. Third place, McGraw hydraulic clutch and clutch bleed kit.
Sweet.
We got Bridgestone Battlecross tires, front and rear. Fifth place, Rhino Power prize pack. Sixth place, any Fox gear bag. So you
That's
get to pick
cool.
which one you want.
I like that.
Seventh place, Torque 1 Attack, 1 1/8 oversized handlebars, some lock-on grips, and front brake and clutch lever. Eighth place, Troy Designs $200 gear or casual spending spree. Get some tight gear like Barsha.
Dude, when is it
Might
going
have
to
to
Hulk
custom-
Hogan and
Might
just
has
rip
to custom
off?
order that. Well, Dr. JB's taking notice of his glutes from all his squats he's been doing.
Dude, I don't know how those pants are holding together.
Ninth place, we got Fly Racing Stay Fly casual package, 3 shirts, a hoodie, and a hat. And 10th place, Cycler, $150 spending spree. And, of course, 90 RockyMountainATVMC.com gift cards.
You're going to win prizes like that for free anywhere else. And then, like we've always said from day one, up for grabs this season. Top scorer is going to get a 2022 KTM 450 SXF. Second place, KTM 250 SX, 2-stroke. Third place, Dunlop MX 33 tires for a year. Fourth place, a $3,000 Rocky Mountain ATVMC spending spree. Fifth, Alpine Stars gear and casual spending spree, $2,500. Sixth place, $2,000 Motion Pro tool and accessory package. Then we have a $1,500 Fly head-to-toe gear package. Eighth place, a STASIC stability cycle and accessories. Get your kids going. Ninth place, Milestone Video Games. The new Supercross game, TV and consoles, about to come out. 10th place, $1,000 Oakley spending spree. And the prizes are just huge, dude. I can't wait to give some of those out.
Yeah, so Brad, don't know yet who's calling in next week. That is TBD, but we have Chris Blows, who was supposed to be calling in today. Send that guy some love. Had some stuff come up the fam, so he wasn't able to make it.
And speaking of love, Van Martin had a bad crash.
Yeah.
If you got a minute, go give him some inspiration on social media or something. Cracked his T6 and 7. not looking good. Then Anstey too. So a lot of carnage last week.
We do have Michael Mosman calling in this Thursday.
I love that
from
dude.
TLD. Maybe we can ask him about the tight gear.
Maybe
he'll make fun of Barsha a little bit.
Maybe he can give us some insight.
Maybe Mosman lost his pants and Barsha took him.
I don't know. I'm too old for that tight stuff. I can't do it.
Well, anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. See us back this Thursday at 12 p.m. Again, to hear Michael Mosman call in. And, of course, get those memes submitted. Give us your favorite because we will pick a winner. Maybe we'll have Mosman pick the winner again.
That'd be sweet.
I think people love the Craig thing. And, yes, someone asked about the Craig jersey. It was sent out. Christian's on top of that, sending that to our first-place finisher for the weekly prizes. So
that's huge.
Anyway, appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for walking.
Walking?
Yeah, thank you so much for watching.
Okay, Rick.
Short starting.
All right. Hey, we'll see you guys on Thursday.
Okay.